Hey, so the morning after I did the beginning video, I woke up and thought, what the hell are you doing, Sonia? You don't want to do this, you don't want to leave your house. And panic set in. I'm so fearful of the world, I don't know what that is. I wonder a little bit, could it have been COVID, but I don't know. You know, I ran a nightclub for 20-something years and I went out every day and mixed with people, and you'd think that I wouldn't be feeling this, but there's anxiety. Anyhow, I pushed and, you know, started to look for things that I could do to have a bit of fun on my own and to maybe keep up with Solo&Sovereign in the back of my head. And I came across this app called Ticks Today, and it provides, it basically sells all the tickets for all the top West End shows, and it does lotteries, and if you put yourself down for the lottery, you may win a lottery, and then you can have top West End shows. I think it's at £30, and they also have flash tickets. So there's a play that I've wanted to see, and came up with flash tickets today, and they were £30. So I clicked on it, and it's a top seat for £30, right? But I have to go today at the Lyric Theatre. It's so long since I got dressed up and went out, you know, running that nightclub. I was in a suit every single weekend without fail, and since COVID locked us all down, I've been in my pyjamas every single day. Literally, I'll shower and I'll put on my pyjamas. I don't want a bra, I don't want knickers, just my pyjamas, and I'm comfortable. And they have to be really big, baggy pyjamas so I can't feel them against my skin. Well, I'm in a suit today. I mean, I know people don't dress up for the theatre anymore, but I'm dressed up in a suit, and I'm really excited, so come along. So, I'm on the bus, on my way. This is the first bus, so I'm a bit late. But I reckon if I don't follow Google Maps, I'll get there a lot quicker. Exciting times. So, I'm on the train to Victoria. And what an experience that's been so far. The stench on this train is shocking. I know it's summer and, you know, it's hot, but it's now 6:50 in the evening. You'd think people would have taken a little soap before they came out. And I say that because most of the people I walked past who stank to high heavens had suitcases, so they're on their way somewhere. And then there's the pushing. Some woman comes up behind me and pushes her whole bits up against my back to make me move forward. There was nowhere to move forward because everybody else was walking in front of me. I think maybe she wanted to feel herself against me because she swings that way. It's an experience. Kind of running late, half an hour to get to where I'm going to. Still in Victoria Station. Let's get the Piccadilly line, which means Green Park then change. It's only 2 stops, then it's a walk, and I don't know how far the walk is. I've got 30 minutes of the excitement. Good old central London, eh? I used to work in London most of my adult life. I'd forgotten the heat on that tube. It was hell. Absolute hell. I don't want to be mean, but the world just doesn't change. It really doesn't. I asked one idiot on one of those bikes things, you know, these TikToks or whatever they're called, which way to Shaftesbury Avenue? Oh, I don't know. But if I'd paid him, he would have taken me. Only for me to discover it's literally 2 seconds away. He gimped at me. Anyway, I turned around the corner. There is, up there, Interval. So I got to show you what's going on in this show. But could also be how it is amazing. The lighting, the music, the song, the vibe. Absolutely phenomenal. Long time ago, my dad would pack us up into the car. So let's go for a drive. That's all up through Brixton, through Brixton, up into town, to the West End. In those days, you could park in the West End. And I just get this excitement, this buzz, this thrill, the smells, the sights, the sounds. It's so packed here for a Wednesday night. I've had a great time and I'm just walking around the West End. Those memories. To go walk around Leicester Square. There was no Trocadero in those days. That's more recent. She's telling me where to go. Here or so today. And that excitement, you know, excitement of the bright lights and sometimes I miss my life, how it was, you know, how we were as kids, and we walked down into Soho, into the central parts of Soho, and we'd get a salt beef sandwich on rye. Those were the days. Wednesday night. It's not quite the same when you see it. Well, having said that, this is Playhouse Bell, so in my life, I've never seen that. A busker, the credit card machine, asking for £2 per tap. What has changed? Reminds me of going to church one day. Discovered this whole new church. And, put up this big screen said PayPal. It gave his PayPal details for you to contribute. Our world is different, honestly. I've had the most spectacular time on my way home now. Piccadilly Circus, I have to get to Victoria. I could have walked around. This being free thing, today I started off really anxious about leaving the house and going out on my own and what people think and what people see, what people say. But nobody paid me any mind. Nobody noticed why I sat down in the chairs. Nobody noticed me watching thing. Nobody noticed when I got up and bought a beer from the place. £6.50 for the little tin of beer. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed when I left on my own. Nobody's noticing now that I'm sat in the tube talking to you on my... Here comes the tube. So all day long I've been feeling myself dressed up, hair done. Okay, not bad for 60. At Green Park I got on the tube, I was packed. Green Park's a bit boring. So as I got on, I stood up and two young ladies. One a young woman, she got me more than 18. England blonde hair. Jesus. So what the Ian says. Sit down. And in that split second, I realised, Tonya, you're going to be 60. Very softly. But to their credit, you don't see that for the next generation anymore at all. And said so your parents shut up your giggle about it. But when you're looking at you know it's going to be good. Shit getting old is so wicked. So the pullback from the tube ride is that I got on the bus now, I'm on my way home. And as I was going along, there's a lady standing next to me. She said, so I made way to her first. And then I couldn't help but mention how amazing she smelled. She smelled absolutely stunning. And she turns around and she says, thank you. And then she goes, oh, hello, Sonia. I looked at her and I said, I don't recall. She said, well, I remember you for the days of the club that I mentioned to you at the start. Imagine that. There's a coincidence of that. And then she says, can I just say, you look amazing. You haven't aged a day. So, I'm feeling 60 and must be needing it too. I haven't aged a day. I think I have because look, there's so much grey. So much. Warm mood. But there you go. One of those things. The icing on the cake for me today will be getting into my bed, taking off all these clothes, ripping this bra off, tearing off these knickers and jumping into a cold shower, putting on my baggy pyjamas. So you come full circle from where I started. But I've loved life today. Nothing. Please go out and nothing to be afraid. I'll say that until next time. So I'm in bed. It's been all day. But I took steps that were, I guess, some would consider courageous. Other people are doing it day in, day out. I used to be doing it day in and day out. But anyway, I went out on my own. You know, you got to remember, folks, I come from a whole different generation where, you know, women didn't go out on their own. You didn't go to a pub and have a pint. And so that's always been kind of in me, not to go places by myself. I went out by myself. I had fun. I walked around the West End. Kind of. I'm back in my bed with a nice lolly. I had to have a cold shower because it was so hot. I've been sweltering all day. I mean, like really overheating. And I've got my biggest, baggiest pyjamas on. And a nice lolly and a bottle of ice water to wash it down. I've got clients in the morning. For those of you who don't know, I am a psychotherapist. My first client's at 10 and it's now nearly 12:30, half past midnight. God is so great, and I've got to give all praises for allowing me to go and have a great night out by myself, create experiences for myself, and keep me safe and bring me home to my wonderful bed, where I'm going to catch some chateau. So good night. So it's the next morning, and I have to be really honest and say, as much as last night was fun, this morning I am absolutely exhausted, and my poor toes are throbbing like I've never known them to throb ever. My word, this is going to take some getting used to.